Hey team, it's Dr. George Forgan-Smith. I am a gay men's health specialist based in Melbourne CBD, and I have been asked to answer some questions for Thorn Harbour Health in regards to COVID-19. And so the question that I've been asked is, which sex acts spread COVID-19? Pretty much all of them. And the reason for that is because COVID-19 is shared through intimate contact. So any place that you are getting up and close to a person, i.e. within 2 meters of them, there is a chance of the transmission of COVID-19. I understand. I absolutely understand that everybody is looking for loopholes at this point. But if it's 2 people in close proximity, that is a risk for transmission of the virus. Things that don't spread COVID-19 include sexy chat on the phone, sexy texting, exchanging photos, Skype, Zoom. Oh my God, I wish I owned shares in Zoom at the moment. Writing stories for each other, erotic drawing, done over Skype. There's so many great things that you can do, but this is also an opportunity to be intimate with people. And by intimate, I mean actually getting to know them. Not only are they a great bottom, but I didn't know that you were really interested in art. May I see some photos of your artwork? Wow, that's fascinating. I didn't know that from the Baroque period, blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying, right? It's about, let's now take this time, this isolation time, to actually get to know the people in our lives. And the depth that we can add to these relationships is amazing. Now, some people have asked for some really, really nitty gritty. And so if we're going to go down theory town, let's have a look. What about blowjobs with cut or uncut guys or rimming? We know that COVID-19 can be shed through the gastrointestinal tract. We have found COVID-19 in feces, so rimming is out. With regards to oral sex, hands are the problem because people put them in their mouths, but guess where else people put their hands? On their dick all day long. They scratch their balls. They go to the toilet. People wash their hands, but they don't wash their dick. So with oral sex, the theoretical way to do it would be to have a shower before you have oral sex to kill any virus that could be on other parts of the body, including inside the elbow from coughing and sneezing, but there's probably a huge amount of virus sitting on people's penises because they touch it all day long. So there we go. So, but again, social distancing. I was trying to think out the mechanics of making some sort of shielded glory hole apparatus where there was literally a plastic air can't get from one side of the other to the glory hole apparatus, and it's just all too complex. Look, at the moment, have a wank. Have a wank. Talk to somebody on the phone sexy and have a wank. But at this point, if you don't want to get COVID-19, if you are at risk of a severe infection with COVID-19 because you have heart disease, because you have lung disease, because you have a low CD4 count, or because you have an other chronic disease like diabetes, now is not the time to be hooking up. Okay, next question. Sorry, I'm trying to drive through these, but information about saliva. We don't actually know whether COVID-19 is, well, SARS-CoV-2 can be found in saliva, but there is a chance that it could be in bodily fluids. But if it's in, if somebody has coughed while they're infected, then the virus could be sitting inside the pool of their mouth. So yeah, in theory, it could be sitting inside saliva as well. And this particular question is about, can it be absorbed through the foreskin? The inner layer of the foreskin does have absorptive ability. We know that the cells inside the inner part of the foreskin are HIV is able to enter through particular receptors in there. SARS-CoV-2 actually enters through the angiotensin receptor. They are not found inside the foreskin. So theoretically, if we were to get SARS-CoV-2 infected saliva and painted onto the foreskin, it is unlikely to be transmitted in the direction of the owner of the foreskin. But as I've said previously, men touch their dicks all day long. If they've got a foreskin and they're going to the toilet, they might pull the foreskin back when they're peeing. That would, if they had SARS on their hand, that will deposit onto the foreskin. So the person giving the oral sex would be having SARS-CoV-2 painted against the back of their throat and the inside of their mouth from the foreskin. So that is actually a really decent risk. If somebody has SARS on their hands and you shove your hand inside their mouth, we know that that can lead to an infection. In the same way, if somebody with coronavirus has a infection, they've coughed onto their hands, they've gone and peed and put the virus onto their penis, then that is another way that it could be transmitted as well. So yes, oral sex is a risk for transmission of SARS-CoV-2 or coronavirus. Yeah, it's a tough time, guys. And unfortunately, the intimate contact of sex will lead to a transmission of SARS-CoV-2. So let's get imaginative. Let's get into lots of interesting ways of having sex. And now is the time to really start exploring yourself, start understanding how your body works, and also to get intimate with people around you in a way about getting to know the person. And I tell you what, sex is amazing when you know somebody really, really well. And now's the time to do that. Reach out to somebody, reach out to a fuck buddy you haven't talked to a while and actually talk to them. You might find that they are an amazing person. You might also find out that they're a Trump voter. So now's a good time to find out, hey, before they turn up to your house with that red cap on in months to come. Anyway, there's my suggestions. I know it may not be what you want to hear, but these are the facts. I'm a doctor and it is my job to pass them on, as unpalatable as they can be at the time. I hope you are having the best. Now, stay at home as much as you can. When you're out and about, keep social distancing and don't forget to wash your hands. See you, team.